Hello everyone, this is Doe and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be covering our most recent unit, the National Merchant of Elaman, Acambe. Before we dive in, please note that all the following footage was recorded on the test server. With that clarified, let's discuss where he fits into the game. Acambe is a destroyer type unit who belongs to the Discipline and Drifter faction. His trait, National Merchant, is all about maximizing his potential on the battlefield. To begin with, his trait increases his attack by 5%, scaling up to 15% at 5 stars, providing a substantial boost to his damage output. Additionally, his maximum energy is raised to 7 and can go up to 9 at 3 stars. This extra energy capacity is significant because it allows Acambe to store more energy than most other characters, making it ideal for his summoning focused build, which we'll explore in more detail shortly. His trait also allows him to recover 1 additional energy for every 3 energies he owns at the end of his turn. At 4 stars, Acambe gains an additional 15% damage whenever he uses his skill, Secret Signal. So, why is Secret Signal so crucial? Acambe can activate this skill whenever a Shadow Assassin is present on the battlefield. Shadow Assassins are destroyer-type summoned allies that perform follow-up attacks and utilize a powerful ability called Vorpal Blade, which delivers significant AoE damage. The challenge here is that Vorpal Blade costs 2 energy, while Shadow Assassins only have 1 energy by default. Secret Signal circumvents this limitation, allowing you to strategically position the Shadow Assassins and unleash their devastating AoE attack in the same round. The cooldown for Secret Signal starts at 5 turns at 1 star, but this reduces to 3 turns at 3 stars. Finally, at 5 stars, Acambe begins the battle with an extra 3 energy, giving him a total of 6 energy right from the start. This is a huge advantage for setting up his summons and activating support skills early on. Before we move on to discussing Acambe's build, let's take a closer look at the Shadow Assassins. Their attacks are considered magical damage that scales with Acambe's magic attack stat. From my testing, I discovered that if you buff Acambe's attack before summoning the Shadow Assassins, they will inherit these buffs, which stack with his leader, Aura, rewards and punishment, turning them into formidable allies on the battlefield. Shadow Assassins have their own unique trait, Shadow. They cannot be targeted by assisting cover. Additionally, if there are no allies within 1 tile, they cannot be targeted by skills, though they can still be passed through. When multiple Shadow Assassins attack the same target consecutively, their subsequent damage is reduced by 50%. If a Shadow Assassin is defeated, the cooldown of Acambe's summoning skill for Shadow Assassins is increased by 1 turn. These summoned allies will automatically leave the battlefield after 2 turns. Their basic attack, Hibernate, prevents them from performing active attacks. However, their reaction skill, Additional Investment, allows them to perform assisting attacks against all enemies within a 5-tile radius, dealing 35% magical damage and inflicting a random level 2 debuff. This reaction can be triggered twice per round. Finally, their ultimate skill, Vorpal Blade, which can be activated through Secret Signal, deals 100% area of effect magical damage to all enemies within a 2-tile radius and disables healing received for 2 turns. This makes Shadow Assassins a deadly presence on the battlefield, especially when combined strategically with Acambe's abilities. There is also another method to trigger Vorpal Blade for a second time in the same round by using Coco's Iron Pot Stew. This works by giving them an energy reduction for their ultimate skill, which then allows them to use their AoE attacks without the need of Secret Signal. Let's take a look at what many consider to be Acambe's core skills. First up is his leader, Aura, rewards and punishments. This aura provides significant buffs to all discipline allies in battle, increasing their attack by 10% and defense by 20%. It also reduces the cooldown of any skill with a base cooldown of 4 turns or more by 1 turn. On top of that, it boosts the damage dealt by all allied summon units by 20%, making Acambe an excellent leader for summon-heavy teams. Next, we have Special Clauses, a reaction skill that automatically triggers when Acambe is under attack while there's an allied summon unit within 3 tiles. The summon unit will swap places with Acambe, absorbing the damage for him. This skill can activate up to 2 times per round, offering Acambe crucial protection during battle. Then we have Squander, a versatile skill that offers 2 choices. The first option is an instant skill called Greed Leads to Ruin, which allows Acambe to scatter gold coins at the target tile, pulling all enemies and shadow assassins within 3 tiles toward it. This also inflicts movement and magic defense reduction, as well as disables assists on the enemies for 2 turns. The second option is Rich Rewards, a support skill that restores 1 energy to all allies within 3 tiles, reduces their cooldowns by 1 turn, and boosts their attack, physical defense, and magic defense. Summoned allies will also gain an extra attack bonus to their stats. These buffs last for 2 turns, making it an excellent choice for team support and enhancing summoned units' effectiveness. Lastly, we have Acambe's ultimate skill, Burning Riches. This skill deals 90% magical damage to the first enemies in each row within a 5x3 area in the target direction, knocking them back by 2 tiles. It also summons a shadow assassin on each tile within a 3x1 area at the front, but only on empty tiles. After using this skill, Acambe will be unable to restore his energy for 2 turns unless he has equipment that provides disruption immunity. This makes timing, positioning, and strategic planning crucial when using Burning Riches to maximize its effectiveness. When it comes to equipment, I've tested 2 sets that work well in different situations. The first set includes Starry Sky Heritage, Flying Blade Arm Guard, and the Devil Tarot, paired with Wand and Cup Resonance, focusing on boosting magic attack and HP percentage. With the right support allies, Acambe won't encounter energy problems while using this setup. Another option I recommend is a 5-star Cornucopia Staff, Fancy Hat, or Flying Blade Arm Guard, and the Devil Tarot, paired with Sword and Wand Resonance. In this setup, focus a sword engraving on his staff to maximize magic attack. While Fancy Hat is included to grant disruption immunity when using Burning Riches, in reality there aren't many scenarios where Acambe will frequently use his ultimate. If you're limited on resources, I suggest engraving the Flying Blade Arm Guard with a wand engraving, Starry Sky Heritage with a cup engraving, and Cornucopia Staff with a sword engraving, and then swapping weapons as needed for different situations. The Flying Blade Arm Guard is especially useful in stages where you need to clear maps quickly, particularly in a future content like the Tower of Adversity. Now let's move on to the skills I believe you should prioritize for Acambe. At rank 1, I chose Potential Burst for its bonus 3% HP boost. At rank 3, I selected Squander since it's one of his core skills. You can also activate Hypnosis if you're looking for an additional 3% HP. At rank 5, I activated both skills as they provide an extra 3% attack. However, I would prioritize Special Clauses if you're low on resources. At rank 7, activate both Rewards and Punishments and Burning Riches. At rank 9, I opted for Charged Attack for another 3% HP bonus. At rank 11, I activated both skills, even though I haven't used them much, simply because they each offer a bonus 3% attack. Overall, I highly recommend building Acambe around his summoning setup over the Abyss build because, honestly, you might as well just use Abyss if that's the playstyle you're after. In rare situations, I'll swap around Shadow Assassin or Squander with Burning Riches, but it's generally not needed. It takes some time to master his summoning build, but I promise it's worth learning, especially later in content like the Tower of Adversity, where speedrunning bosses like this will be critical to your success in ranking. Finally, let's dive into how Acambe performs in PvP. I'm sure many of you have been playing Smash over the past few days. I also had the chance to do a show match with Dream, hosted by Timmy and sponsored by the creators of Sword of Convallaria. If you missed it, here's a clip from the first match between Dream and me.
That summon's so far. Holy shit. And they don't get auto-attacked by my Momo either.
Nope.
When you tactic in, it does it. I'm surprised summons don't.
And here we go. See if it works.
Oh my god. Who's that on? How do you still have energy? That has to have a CD. Crit. Oh my god. Bro! There's no way you can do that thing again.
We'll see.
Bro. What is happening? If I kill him, all these shadow clones disappear, surely.
I have no idea, and I hope it doesn't.
Bro.
Goodbye.
Bro!
So yeah, Acambe is pretty dang strong in PvP. For the rest of the fight, you can check out the full match on Timmy's channel and Sword of Convallaria's official social media page. Dream and I did more matches to explore how to deal with Acambe when facing him in PvP. Dream has shared his thoughts on this on his channel, so I'll link those in the description if you want to check them out. When it comes to pick and ban situations, Acambe is a very strong unit to own, so you'll either want to ban him or his main support. Currently, that includes Gloria, Inanna, and Coco, and in the future, Tyre. If you're up against him, the key strategy is to isolate Acambe from his support and either take him down quickly or eliminate his primary support units. You'll also want someone capable of targeting his shadow assassins with AoE attacks, because remember, killing them will increase the cooldown on Acambe's ability to summon more, preventing him from spamming them turn after turn. This is crucial for keeping his power in check during the match. To summarize, Acambe is a versatile and powerful character in Sword of Convallaria, renowned for his strong summoning abilities and tactical support. His trait, National Merchant, boosts both his attack and energy capacity, making him a valuable asset on the battlefield. His leader aura, rewards and punishments, enhances discipline allies with increased attack, defense, cooldown reduction, and extra damage for summoned units. Key skills like special clauses for damage redirection and squander for crowd control or support give him flexibility in both offense and defense. In PvP, Acambe shines thanks to his summoning and battlefield control, making him an excellent pick. His ultimate skill, Burning Riches, deals significant AoE magical damage and summons shadow assassins, though it requires careful energy management. His summoning build is highly recommended, particularly for content like the Tower of Adversity, where speed clearing is crucial. As for star upgrades, Acambe performs well at 3 stars minimum. With the right equipment and support units, reaching 5 stars isn't necessary but will provide more damage and smoother energy management if you're aiming to maximize his potential. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Let me know how your pulls went. Testing and learning to use Acambe has been an absolute blast, and I really hope this guide helps you crush it in Sword of Convallaria. Massive shout out to XD Entertainment for sponsoring the epic show match hosted by Timmy, where Dream and I went head to head. And of course, a huge thank you to my awesome friends, Magic Joe, Showtime Doctor, 16-Bit Bear, Icy Fun, Timmy, and Dream. You guys made this whole thing a ride to remember. If you had fun watching, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more doughy content. Also, drop your tips and tricks for using Acambe in the comments. Stay cool, stay crispy. This is Doe signing off. Catch you in the next video.